The national property market has already shown signs of easing, which is likely to continue into 2016. But as SBS finance editor Ricardo Goncalves explains, some areas may still provide investment opportunities.
Debs Majumdar is preparing to move out of his three-bedroom apartment, which he sold last month.
And within 4 weeks, we got about 50 groups through. It was a really strong time of year to have our place on the market, and it sold quickly.
He needed the sale to go through to fund a new house he bought for his growing family.
We put in an aggressive offer and it was accepted.
24 hours before auction, but that success only came after a year-long search, 50 open home inspections and nearly a dozen auctions.
It was predominantly foreign investors and cashed-up buyers who were significantly older than us.
It was a common theme, particularly in Sydney in 2015.
More buyers than property, and we sort of saw people paying whatever they could just to get into the market.
But new rules set by the banking regulator, which ultimately led to higher mortgage rates, took the heat out of the market.
Well, investors are now paying a premium on their mortgages. They need larger deposits, which means their negative gearing strategies may not be as effective either.
That's not going to stop some investors.
We'll definitely be looking at purchasing another property.
Experts say buying and investment opportunities do exist.
Sydney's eastern suburbs, we've seen a little bit of a pullback on prices, and I'm actually seeing some of the best buying right now. And I think that's a really sweet spot because it's blue chip. The western suburbs of Sydney, Parramatta, fastest growing CBD in Sydney. I think this is a great investment sweet spot. A favourite to me is Brisbane. Brisbane's one of the fastest growing cities in our country. If you look at, all the information, it hasn't caught up to Sydney and Melbourne, and it will.
Tim Lawless also likes southeast Queensland.
We're seeing affordability nowhere near as challenging as the larger capital cities. We're seeing yields much stronger. So Brisbane, the Gold Coast and Sunshine Coast. Hobart's also looking like a strong marketplace in terms of the economy is improving, transaction numbers are rising, and it's the best yielding marketplace. Outside of those two capital cities, I think the lifestyle markets are also looking quite promising. Everywhere from Cairns in the far north of Queensland over to Margaret River in the southwestern area of Western Australia are all showing healthier signs than they were a year ago.
The Reserve Bank meets next in February. Ricardo Goncalves, SBS World News.
In other financial news,